The concept here in this approach is something that I've mentioned before, and I'll mention it again because it's important. I started thinking about it without the guitar in my hand, and I'm listening to the track, and it's got this very insistent kind of boom, 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 very kind of square eighth note, steady pulse kind of thing going on. So what I probably don't need to do is pick up the guitar and go chunk, 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 because just as a listener of music, as a fan of music, when I listen to that bass and drum track, um, and I ask myself, what do I want to hear? It's not somebody else going dun 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 dun. You know, that's covered. That's going on. Be like if you had a hockey team with like three goalies. We don't need three goalies. We don't even really need two. Just one goalie is fine. So eighth notes are covered here. So to think of something that went away from that, you know, I think of eighth notes typically are grouped in twos and fours and eighths, just by virtue of what they are. They're an eighth. It's that kind of number. So you want to see it in groups of twos and fours and eights. So to get away from that, I decided to use groups of three and play basically dotted quarter rhythms, which is equal to three eighth notes all tied together, and start on an offbeat. So that's really the concept. If you count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, ba 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 ba, so ba 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 ba. I'll play it 2, 3, 4. So by itself, it may not sound like it's doing something different, because the whole point is that it's meant to contrast with the rhythm track, which you're not hearing right there. But you have the rhythm track now, and you can play along with it, and you'll see what I mean. There's this little bit of tension by playing groups of three, that's dotted quarter notes, which are equal to three eighth notes, against something else that's going on in groups of four. Now, we're not getting into any kind of crazy mathematics here. It's just a basic principle that you can create a part by thinking about what contrasts. You know, if there's stuff going on up high, you can play low. If there's something going on that's very fast, you can play slow. If there's something going on with a very dark sound, you can play with a very bright sound. That's just a basic concept in music, and it certainly is important in rhythm guitar. You almost can think of it like you're creating a painting or something, and so you wouldn't just make a whole painting using one color, right? You want to have some contrast, and that's really what we're trying to do here, except instead of using color and light, we're using rhythm to create that contrast. The chords themselves here are nothing too difficult. The E chord is just this shape. The A chord, I just move one note down, so I'm playing here. And then for the B shape, I'm using the same shape as the E shape. And then we're back to E again. So there's really just two shapes. We're getting the whole progression with just two shapes. So I'm going to play it one more time, a little slower and all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 2, 3, 4.